Well, hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles. So this is another one from my uncle's collection. This little tank engine, seen better days. Got damage on the front here, missing the buffers, and I believe it's a runner, but we'll take it over and see how it runs. Probably just a service on it, and then we'll do something with the body. I think what I'm going to do with this one, just paint it in black. Obviously there's some handrails missing. I'll try and add those back in, and let's see if we can improve the looks of this loco. As I say, a little bit of damage on the front there, but we'll soon get some filler on that and see what we can do. Right, let's have a look at the chassis first of all. No screws holding the body on, so I'm guessing. As I say, this one is a runner, but let me show you what it's doing. So that's a runner, a bit sticky. That's with the HM unit in full power. So if I just show you over here, I've got it on full power, and as I turn the dial right to full, that's its top speed. So I'm suspecting it just needs a very good service. But let's take it back over to the bench, give it a service, and then see what we can do with the body. As you probably saw then, there's some smoke coming out of it, which is the, it's got a smoke generator inside, so we'll give that a service as well. Got a lot of sparks coming off the wheel, so yeah, let's go and have a look and see what we can see. There's an awful lot of dirt in there, so yeah, let's go take it back over to the bench. Well, there you go, you've seen what it's doing. So it is a runner, probably just needs a very good service. There's a lot of grime in here. The wheels aren't particularly clean. Now the body itself just lifts off, and I'm guessing that's because it's got the smoke generator in. If you've not seen these before, these are the triang smoke generator. These are absolutely fantastic. Got a little piston in here that goes back and forwards that pushes air up, so you end up with sort of a chuffing smoke effect coming out the chimney. But we'll drop that out, give that a good clean, and make sure that yeah, the piston's still sealing. And yeah, let's make a start. I'm going to remove the pickups, give those a good clean. A lot of sparks from down on the pickup, so I don't know what's whether there's a short. But there's just a lot of muck on it. Look, you see just off the pickup. So let's give those a little spruce up before we do anything. Now, with all of my videos, I do like to say, you know, I'm just a guy enjoying the hobby. If you want an instructional video or a how-to video, do check out some of the other YouTube. I really do recommend 00 Bill. His videos are fantastic, and yeah, really tells you how to do this properly, rather than the make it up as you go along attitude that I have. So this is just WD-40 cleaner. This isn't the oil, this is a contact cleaner, recommended to me, and brings up these locos. Absolutely lovely. If you want to give them a good clean, this is the stuff to use. Obviously there are other contact cleaners on the market, but the one that I'm using is the WD-40 one. It's only about £5 a can, which is pretty good. Right, put that back on before I lose it. I'm trying not to disturb any of the wires as well. Right, so that's that done. I want to get the smoke generator out. I'm guessing we need to lift out the element. So let's see if we can do that without doing too much damage. There should be a little bit of cotton wool in the bottom. There it is. Again, I'll pull that out. And there's the screw on the base. Take that out. Screw. Right, that's the smoke generator out. There. Come back to that in a moment. Right, motor. Let's lift the motor, see what we got here. Okay, motor is really mucky inside. So I'm going to pull the brushes first of all. That's that one. And the one on the other side. There it goes. The armature, look at the state of that in there. That's really bad. Right, I think, put that to one side for a moment. Let's turn our attention to the chassis. Let's give this a good clean. Then we'll come back and give it some, give the wheels a clean. That's got most of it off. Okay, that's a bit better. Right. Come back and oil it in a moment. Right, let me just give the wheels a quick clean. I've tried all kinds of different ways of cleaning wheels over the years. This is my current preferred method, which is just one of these emery boards, just a very fine grain on it. That one's not come up too bad. Let's do this one. Right, I'm just going to clean the inside of the wheels where the pickups run. Yeah, no, they're fine. Nothing coming off them at all. Right, I'm happy with the chassis. Let's have a look at this motor, because this looks like it's in a right old state. Right, let's give it a good old clean. Look at the muck coming off of that. That's done wonders. Okay. Perfect. Right, let's check the polarity and see if we can remagnetise it. So north-south that way. So I'm just going to drop this screw out for a moment and then use my magnetising machine to remagnetise the motor. Just pop that out just for 1 second. Make sure that's this way round. Bring in my machine from Ronald Dodd. So all we do, once I've checked the polarity, it says north on here, I drop that in between the two armatures like so, and then I push the button. As always, I'm not going to do it on camera. I'll just switch this off for a moment because it does create a magnetic field. We'll be back in a second. Alright, let's lift this back out. That feels much better, a lot stronger. Okay, move the machine. I'll slide this back through the top. Put the nut back on the bottom. And then a little wire needs to slide back under the screw head before I clamp it down. This is your spring for holding, putting tension on the brushes. So that goes in there. Right, let's have a look at brush number 1. Brushes look in reasonable condition, they're a little bit worn. I don't think I've got any spare, so they're going to have to go back in. This one. Okay. Let's think about how to do this. I think I'll hold fire on putting the brushes back in. So I'll drop the motor back in. And then we'll reattach the components. So the motor just slides. There's 2 little hooks at the front here. It just slides underneath, like so. There's a screw to go in the back, which is this one. Pop that back in. Oh, that needs to go through the grounding for the suppressor. First of all, that goes there. Got some really strong magnet now. That's a very strong magnet. Right, that goes down on there. Let's get the smoke generator back in and do the screw up, the long screw in there. Like so. Okay, right, got to get these brushes back in. So this side, whereas the brush goes in, and there's this little bit of brass here that has to slide down next to it. It's always very fiddly to get this in, which brings the power from the suppressor and also to the smoke generator on this particular model. Now, note the insulator on this side. That needs to be on the other side of the brush actually. Right, let me get that in place. I'm getting there, I think. There we go. Right, that's the brushes back in. I didn't make that look easy, did I? Right, suppressor on top of there. Don't particularly want that wire touching the body, so let's just wrap that back up to there. Right, that's all of that together. That's all in. Right, this is the cloth that goes in the bottom here that gets soaked for the smoke generator, and there is the element, so we'll just slide that back in very gently. And these smoke elements, I have read that you can, if the wire burns out on them, you can replace it with fuse wire. Apparently, I've never done it. If this doesn't work, maybe we'll give it a go. Right, that's back in. Okay, let's take this up back over to the railway. I'm going to put a drop of oil in on the cloth for the smoke element, and yeah, let's see if this runs any better. Hopefully it will do, because there's been an awful lot of muck taken out of it, but yeah, let's take it over. Oh, before we go over there, one last job, which is to give the whole thing a bit of an oil. So I'll just grease those. Let's oil these bearings. Lovely. Right, let's go and give it a go. Right, let's give this a little bit of power. Much smoother, a lot quieter. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's not too bad at all. And the smoke generator's just picked up. Oh, that's stuck. That's not bad at all. You see the smoke beginning to chuff from the front of the loco. Lovely. Well, off camera I've just gone back and taken the grease off the piston for the smoke generator, because I really wasn't happy with the performance of that. I think it's probably blocking the air. And what I've done hopefully it will come out on camera once it warms up, is that it's now creating enough smoke to look kind of right, and it's coming out in little puffs as well, which obviously is what the piston's supposed to do. So yeah, a little bit of an improvement there. So yeah, don't put oil if you're servicing one of the smoke machines. Don't put oil on or grease on the piston. That's not supposed to be there, I don't think. Well, rather frustratingly, I made a start on the body, but I haven't pressed play on the camera. So right, let me tell you where I've got to. So all I've done is I've cut a piece of plastic off of an old sprue from a model, and I've glued that just in the front there to give some purchase. So I'm going to use a filler on this, if I can find it. Is that the filler? This is just Humbrol model filler. So I'm just going to use this on here to fill in the gaps, but I needed something, obviously, for want of a better word, a backbone on there to try and get it to work. So I'll just put this filler in here, and we'll leave it overnight and come back and sand it back in the morning. It does dry fairly quick, but I just want to make sure it's nice and solid, that's all. Do. Yeah, as I said, leave that to set, and then we need to find some buffers. Take the Bodywork out, just give this I'll give it a clean first and then a dust over in black, and hopefully that'll be quite a nice little runner, especially with the smoke generator in it. That'll be nice, that'll be good. Right, leave that overnight, come back to it in the morning. Well, here we are the morning after. This is all dried quite nicely. I've removed all the hardware off of the loco, as you can see. I did that last night just as I was wrapping up. So there's the bits and pieces and the chimney cap. Did find some extra buffers, but they're oval, unfortunately, but I don't think that will show too much. So let's clean up this and get this ready for painting. That's not too bad already. A tiny little bit of filling to do on the side there. Still, apart from that, I don't really want to do too much more to it, to be honest. Yeah, it's looking good. Right, tiniest bit of filling. I'll just put this over here. Right, that'll do. I'll leave that to set for a moment and yeah, go and have a coffee. That shouldn't take too long. And then we finish filing it off. I really probably should have given this a wash before I filled the front, but never mind, you live and learn. Yeah, it's a bit of got a lot of grime on the sides there that needs to be taken out, but yeah, we'll soon fix that. Right, that should be dry now. Do. Right, let's go and give this body a clean and give it a spray. give this a little dust over. See how it looks once it's got some paint on it. Right, give that half an hour to go off. I'll come back and have a look a little bit later. Yeah, that looks alright. Right, that seemed to have set okay, so let's pop these bits and pieces back in. Already done the chimney top. Pop these, I think the safety valves in it. Oh, actually, should have done the whistles first. Slide that out. There's the other one. Right, that's those in. Put that back on. Okay, the buffers. I would say I've got oval ones, but they're not going to show too badly. One there, and one there, and on the rear, slide these back in. They look okay actually. I need to come back and paint the buffer beams. I should have done that before I put the buffers in. Right, let's do the handrails. Right, so these are short handrails, pack of 24 from non-shear modelling supplies. I've had these ones I've had an awful long time. I can't remember how much they were, but I always find these very difficult to do. There seems to be, yes, 4 holes, so I need to put 4 of these onto my wire. So on there, let's grab some glue. Right, well, as this is so fiddly and time consuming, I need to bring it a lot closer to me so I can see it. I'm going to stop recording for now and come back once I've got a little bit more of the handrails on there. Well, I've had to wait a couple of days for these to turn up, but I found these on eBay by a company called Screen Print Digital. And these are printed onto vinyl, obviously the British Rail logo, but they're all individually cut. So all we do, hopefully, these should just lift straight off of the sheet, like so, and get these put straight onto the loco. I hope they're going to look alright actually. Yeah, it does feel like decals are almost becoming a thing of the past now, aren't they? So we'll just slide that onto there like so. That looks really good. It's gone on an absolute treat, that has. do the other side. I'm actually going to just move my knife around. Make sure I get this one straight. That's a little bit crooked. We try again. There we go. Quite pleased with that. And then for the numbers, what I've got here are these letterings. These are by Beck. I bought these from a model shop, Leeds model shop I think it was. And basically it's just a sheet of 2mm letters. Now I don't know how good these are going to be, but there are numbers on here. So I'm going to have a go at putting those onto the loco. Now the number I want to put on here is 9681 because that's the loco that I drove on the Dean Forest Railway. So that's why that has some significance to me. So let's pick a number 6 off of here. Cool. These are very small. Might have to put my other glasses on for these. Let's give it a go first of all. Right. That wasn't very successful at all. Right, well I had to turn the camera off there, I just couldn't see, and I had to bring these close to my face to be able to see them. Now, hand on heart, unfortunately I don't think I can recommend these letters. So they're made by Beck. These are the 2mm ones, they do all different sizes. I'm sure the other sizes would be a lot better, but these 2mm ones that I'm using here, I've had an awful lot of trouble. You can see how many letters I've used just to put the numbers on here. They're just not cut through absolutely perfectly. So when you try to take them off, they twist, they bend, and then because of that, once you've actually got them on here, they're not awfully sticky. So although they've come out all right and they look pretty good on the loco, they've been an absolute pain to put on, and I actually think that potentially decals might be the better way to go. These, however, have gone on beautifully and look fantastic, so I'm quite pleased with those. As I say, you know, there's all different sizes that come in here. These were £5.99, I think, and these weren't expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong, for what they are, I think these were £4 or £5. You know, they've done the job and they look really good on there, but they're just really difficult. And you can see how many number 6s I've used here. What's that? Well, 6 6s to do the 3 on here. So I've had 2 attempts on each set of numbers. But anyway, loco looks good, so let's go over to the track and yeah, let's give it a quick run back and forth and close out the video. A little bit of footage there of the smoke generator working, a little bit of the Flagic unfortunately, but when it's running around you can barely see the smoke. I mean, it's a little bit more visible here, but on the camera noticing that not seeing a great deal, so I just stopped it running there for a moment just to show the smoke generator is working. Anyway, I'm really pleased to see this back on the rails, and as I say, with it being the loco that I drove, 9681, you know, I wanted to do one of these for a while, and this just seemed like the right loco to do it with. Nice little repair on the front there to repair the body, and it's great to see these older locos that you know, have seen better days come back onto the rails, and yeah, it's been a lovely little project to do. Really pleased with it. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not check out the channel. Lots on there, and if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. And with that, I'm going to leave this one there. Just say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.